Mr. President, dear participants, the current pandemic has changed the economic and social picture of the world, calling for an urgent and coordinated response at both national and international levels in order to cope with the unprecedented global consequences which disproportionately affected different countries. The pandemic slowed down the implementation of the Agenda 2030 and increased the existing financial gap in achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. Medium and long-term impact of the COVID-19 pandemic will critically depend on how quickly world economies and societies will proceed with the resilient and inclusive recovery. Sustainable and growth-enhancing reforms and investments based on the latest and forward-looking achievements in science, technology, and innovation are essential in addressing structural weaknesses of world economies, strengthening their resilience, reducing inequalities and divergences, and in putting the economies and societies back on track. This forum is a great space for us to share best practices and discuss lessons learned. We must acknowledge that the pandemic has already determined certain innovations. Distant learning, remote jobs, vast digitalization have irreversibly changed our daily lives. We must continue to boost such creative transformation and develop new solutions to old challenges. In current particular circumstances, it is essential to foster investment so as to speed up the recovery and strengthen long-term growth potential. Investing in green and digital technologies, in scientific research, development, and innovation, in smart jobs, in growing productivity and competitiveness, in advancing well-functioning market with strong and small medium enterprises as well as other key sectors of the economy are imperative to achieve fair, inclusive, and sustainable growth. Lithuania's economy has well enough withstood the challenges caused by the pandemic. We were one of the only 2 EU countries whose GDP did not fall in 2020. Nevertheless, it is obvious that neither appropriate response to the pandemic nor sustainable recovery from the crisis are possible without broad engagement of diverse groups of society. The Lithuanian government remains supportive of multi-stakeholder approach and understands the importance of partnerships with private and public sectors, civil society, academia, scientific community, and other relevant stakeholders. The voice of all stakeholders at country and global levels should be taken into account in order to reach the Sustainable Development Goals. Thank you.